Hello everyone, peace of the Lord Jesus Christ with everyone. Our topic today, as usual, more jokes about the Quran. Muslims working hard trying to prove their book for us, but it doesn't work. The topic today is about Surah 24, verse number 40. I will play for you the voice of this guy. His name is Zakir Naik. He's funny. I never heard people, they love to expose their religion like those people. Let me play his voice for you so you can know what I'm talking about.
Which says that the state of the unbeliever is like the depths of darkness in a vast deep ocean, overwhelmed with waves topped with dark clouds. The depths of darkness, one layered over the other. When a man stretches out his hand, he can hardly see it. Allah gives light to who he wishes. If he does not give light, you cannot see. Professor Durga Rao, he said,
Who?
that this verse of the Holy Quran
Okay.
is not speaking about a normal sea.
Mm-hmm.
It's speaking about a deep sea.
Okay.
And today,
Mm-hmm.
only with the help of things like submarine, we have
Uh-huh.
come to know that the depths of the ocean is dark. Previously, we did not know that, because a man cannot go unaided.
So before that, before the Quran came, we don't know that the ocean is in depth is very dark. Guys, you can go right now and search by yourself for ancient stories for the Greek deep sea, darkness of deep sea, and you will see how many stories like Odessa, etc. They are mentioning those in their books, in their stories. Ancient stories exist thousands of years before Islam exists even. It's part of the ancient human history. They are talking about evil, the darkness of the deep ocean, the devil who lived there, a lot of stories. So this guy is talking about what? And in the top of that, everyone can know easy. If you go, you do not need to do diving. If you go swim, if you have a boat, go inside the sea and put your eyes under the water, 5 inch under the water only. Don't dive, and look down deep in the ocean. You will see how dark it is. When I looked at the moon, I can see the moon, right? Why? Because there's a light is coming. It's clear for me. But I cannot see inside the ocean very far because I can't tell, it's dark. So what is the secret? And if you go and see in the Arabian history, you will see that the Arabian people, especially in the Gulf and the Arabian Peninsula, number one business for them, it was diving for pearls. So they are professional divers, and pearls industry was big part of their economy. People who live in the mid in here, they do either animal work, like growing animals, slavery business, and people who live by the sea, they have to do one of two things, either fishing or pearls diving. Fishing, they do it to survive, to feed themselves and their families right away, and pearls, so they can trade that later with people who work in trade business, to do stop by and they trade with them clothes, sugar, etc. So this was part of the economy of the Arabian Peninsula, and not long time before, ago, it was exist until now. It's a huge part of them. You will see that this was still exist as part of their industry until the year 1930. Not long time ago, and this was very ancient history of those countries. Pearls is very huge part of their industry, so they are very familiar in diving. And as long you are familiar with diving, you know how dark it is. The much you go dark inside, the much you go dive inside deep, you will see how dark it is. So this is the number one lie. Now let us show you more mistakes in the Quran. In here, supposedly he is describing the darkness of the deep sea. Not only the deep, darkness. So the whole point is about how dark it is. Is that correct? the whole point of this verse about how dark it is inside. And this guy, he said, nobody knows before that time it's dark. So it's about darkness. It's not about how deep it is. We know the ocean is deep. He's not talking about that. He's talking about how dark it is. Extremely dark. Now, let us see how dark it is. And let us see how stupid is the one who made the Quran. He's saying as if it is a vast deep ocean overwhelmed with billow, topped by billow, which mean waves, topped by dark clouds. Guys, in the deep ocean, if there is a cloud in the top of the ocean or there is no cloud, is that going to make it dark or lighter? You know what I mean? When he's talking about a cloud in the top of the ocean, he is telling us that the cloud is hiding the light from the deep ocean, which is a very false, stupid thing to say. Why? Because even if it's very clear, even if you go down in the deep ocean in the mid of the day, in there it's extremely dark, it doesn't matter if it is daytime or nighttime, will not change how dark it is. The deep ocean is dark 24 hours, 24/7, 12 months a year. Have nothing to do with dark clouds in the top of there is no dark clouds. You getting my point? This is another proof that the one who wrote this verse is extremely stupid, because dark cloud in the top of the ocean will not make the ocean dark in deep spot. It is already dark. And he's not talking about ocean in general. Remember, he's talking about the depth of darkness of the deep ocean. You can go in YouTube. This is a guy in here, he posts a nice video, INDY Fox. You can watch this video in here and you will see that inside the ocean is a 24 hours, dark. It's always dark. If it is daytime or nighttime, it's absolutely dark. So cloud in the top of the ocean will not make a difference. This is number one mistake. Let us show number two mistake and laugh together. If a man scratches out his hand, he can hardly see it. Oops. Anybody see the mistake yet or not yet? Guys, in the depth of darkness, how we can see our hand? In here, he did not say he cannot see it. He said he can hardly, which means he can but hardly. And he can hardly, it means he can see it but hardly, which mean still we can see. And he's not talking about animals, by the way, because there's animals inside the ocean, they see in the deep ocean. He's talking about if a man. So he's talking about us as a human. We as a human, we cannot see in the darkness. Absolutely not. Our eyes cannot see at all, because the way the light we can capture with our eyes is not like other animals. Some animals, they can go and see a lot better than us, because they can capture lights. We can, like now we use machines like those who can capture a special ray, like X-ray. Those machines, because they are equipped with those systems, they can see what we cannot see. Like they can go even through your body, right? Why? Because there is light. The light they can capture is something we cannot capture. So in here he's talking about the man, he can hardly see it. Where? In the depth of darkness, which is absolutely false. You can go try inside your bedroom, close your blinds and try to see your finger, you will not see it. And before we be too late for this video, he's saying, and there is no light. For any whom Allah gives not light, there is no light. So he's talking about the deep sea, there is no light there at all. And if you go and watch the video, I told you, this one, you will see in there that there is animals, they are producing their own light. So there is a light in there. but the light is not from the ocean anyway, but there is a light. It is absolute darkness in there, but there is a light, and this light is not coming from the sun. So the cloud have nothing to do with this light. This is a light produced by the animals themselves, as you see. So again, the Quran contradicts itself. He say it's depth of darkness, and suddenly we can see our hands, and suddenly he is making the darkness have to do with the cloud at the top of the ocean, which is very false. And then he say there is no light, but still we can see, hardly you can see your hand. As you see, Islam is fool made for fool. Jesus is Lord, Islam is false.